What's going on, guys? And welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where every single week right here on the show, I, Graham Giason Matthews, break down all the content that I watch on the WWE Network, as well as on the E! Network with Total Divas every single Wednesday. Today we're talking Season 7, Episode 10, Shall We Dance? Per usual, I'll be breaking down the episode by story. There were 3 different stories here on the episode with Carmella and Kass. We had the Bella Twins and Rusev and Lana. A quick side story with Natalya that I'll mention at the end, or I'll kind of weave into the Carmella story because they're kind of tying together. But anyway, we'll start with the Carmella story. So Carmella and Kass go out to get coffee together as they prepare to move out of Orlando to Tampa because the rent would be too high in Los Angeles. So they were contemplating moving to LA at one point at the behest of The Miz and Maurice, largely Maurice. They went out there to check out, the scene, the environment, see if they would like it. But like I just said, apparently the rent would be too high in LA, so they opted to move to Tampa instead. So Carmella is at Raw, the Raw after SummerSlam in Brooklyn to watch Kass compete. And then during the match that he has with Enzo Amore, the Brooklyn Street Fight, she notices something is wrong. Kass goes over the top rope, leg first or whatever it was, and tears his ACL. He gets hurt pretty much. Pretty sure it was his ACL. Yeah, it was a torn ACL. So she notices that he's in pain. She knows how he is and his mannerisms and stuff like that. And she knows right off the bat that something is wrong here. So he gets backstage after being unable to finish the match. He can't finish the match. He limps backstage with the help of the officials, of the doctors and whatever. Goes to the doctor the next day, finds out he has a torn ACL with a 9-month recovery. He starts breaking down, super upset, and obviously so. I mean, the guy just broke off on his own, just won at SummerSlam, is in the midst of a huge singles push, and he gets hurt. Not for a few weeks or even a few months, for 9 months with a torn ACL. So Carmella obviously feels bad. There's nothing that she can do. He has to sit on the sidelines, rehabbing the injury for the next 9 months, probably missing out on WrestleMania. Kass can't help them move either, so therefore adding even more stress to their situation as they move from Orlando to Tampa, and he can't really help move into the house at all, but I think he does anyway. They successfully move into the new house. Carmella desperately wants to unpack, and he says, everything will work itself out, don't really worry, and that would be my mindset as well. So anyway, they're in the process of moving everything into the new house, and unpacking and settling in and stuff like that, when Big Kass surprises Carmella with a drop-in from her sister and her dad. She has no idea this is about to happen. She has no idea that her dad and sister are about to drop by. For what reason, we're not really sure. Kass never really said why he invited her sister and her dad for whatever reason. So apparently Carmella's dad used to be a wrestler, and now he wants to get back in the ring. So you see Kass talking to Carmella's dad on the couch through the window from where Carmella is with her sister. And Carmella and her sister are like, or largely Carmella's sister is saying, is he asking Kass for his blessing, or vice versa? I mean, is Kass asking Carmella's dad for his blessing, blah, blah, blah? Are they talking about marriage? What are they talking about? Or Carmella's like, just stop. You're adding more stress to the situation. You're stressing me out. Just stop speculating. When in reality, like I said, the dad is merely asking Kass for a comeback. I don't want to wrestle, I want to be a manager. One of those old-time guys, he said that he was inspired by seeing Kass and Carmella doing their thing on WWE TV, and that it inspired him to get back in shape and start wrestling again and be a manager. And Kass is like, I don't know about that, dude. I know I had heard that somewhere, that Carmella's dad was a wrestler, but she doesn't play it up on TV. And also, she's technically a second-generation star. Technically, even though the guy was a job guy for a cup of coffee in WWE. Anyway, so Carmella meets with Natalya, and this is kind of where Natalya's story weaves in, so I'll mention this real quick. She's at her house, Natalya, real quick. She's at her house showing off her new SmackDown Women's Championship belt to her parents, and the new Barbie that was made of her to her parents as well. And then she goes to visit Carmella. So Natalya's stressed out, thinking like, I don't know when they're going to take the championship off of me. Was this the best idea from them? When am I going to lose the title? Will it be short-lived? Blah, 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 blah. Carmella's also freaking out that all of this is adding so much pressure on her, from Kass being lonely and depressed, that he's angry and sad that he can't get back in the ring right away, the moving stuff, the marriage stuff, maybe having kids one day. It's adding a lot of pressure on her. So she doesn't really know what to do. Natalya doesn't know what to do. Eventually, they both calm each other down, saying, hey, we just need to live in the moment and not really worry about what's going to happen in the future. I mean, we now since know that Carmella has broken up with Kass, or vice versa, or it was a mutual breakup. We really don't know anything as of right now. I'm sure it will be covered on the show eventually if Carmella stays on the show. But yeah, they both calm each other down and say it's all going to work itself out, like Kass said earlier. And then Natalya went on to successfully defend her SmackDown Women's Championship on SmackDown soon after. So we move into our second story of the episode with the Bella Twins. Nikki living and loving the life as an entrepreneur in the wine business with Birdie B, with Brie. The Bella Twins are out doing media when Nikki gets a call from whoever, her agent or whatever it was, to do Dancing with the Stars. Now, if you've been following along with the show, I'm not sure if it was Season 6 or Total Bellas or Season 5, I don't remember. But she got a call to do not Total Bellas, obviously that was her show, to do Dancing with the Stars a while ago, and she had to turn it down because it would put her return to the ring in jeopardy. So now she's got nothing going on, except for the wine and Birdie Bee stuff. So she says yes, that she desperately wanted to do it. She couldn't do it the first time, she can finally do it now. Unsurprisingly, Brie gets hot about it. She is not happy, because she feels that this will get in the way of their entrepreneur business, of Birdie B, and everything else they got going on right now. This needs to be a team effort. So Brie talks it over with Brian, and she says, you know what, I kind of feel bad about making Nikki feel bad, and she's got to go out and do her own thing. I should support her, blah, blah, blah. So Nikki says to Brie later on, I'm going to pull my 100% heart into this business, despite the fact I'll also be doing Dancing with the Stars. And Brie gets Nikki a makeup gift. So not a lot of Bella Twins on this episode, just a brief side story, but it will play into the Dancing with the Stars training for maybe not later on this season. I know there's only 2 episodes left of Season 7, so maybe Season 8 or Total Bella Season 3, I don't know. Final story of the episode. Rusev and Lana are returning to Bulgaria for their 1-year anniversary. Lana recalls their awful christening that happened upon their marriage in Bulgaria the year earlier, which I think was on Season 6 of Total Divas, when she had to get splashed in the face with water and she had to have her hair cut off. And Lana usually overreacts, but it's kind of hard to blame her because Rusev did not inform her of any of that. So anyway, I'll probably cover that at some point of the season. I don't know if the season's actually up on the network now. I don't think it is. Maybe at some point it will be uploaded, but anyway. So Lana and Rusev, while in Bulgaria, go house hunting. Lana finds this amazing looking mansion that she absolutely loves. Rusev, however, is not happy with it because it's not tradition. It's not in a village. It doesn't have fucking goats and all this shit. So Rusev says to Lana that she's a city girl, that she doesn't understand. And Lana's like, I grew up on a farm, dude. Like, I know what I'm talking about. And Rusev just breaks out in laughter, like, you are not a farm girl at all. And she's like, yeah, I grew up on a farm from like 3 to 5 or whatever. And they make a bet that if Lana can do all the farmer chores, all 3 tasks or whatever it is, then Rusev will buy her a house, the mansion, which seems, again, like a silly bet for a fucking, with huge stakes of a house on the line, but we've seen this before with, like, thousands of dollars on the line. With, I think it was on Total Bellas, where, like, Mama Bella and JJ put up for grabs, like, $15,000 or something dumb like that, so I expect nothing less out of these shows. Anyway, so Lana has to do a few things. She's expected to herd the sheep, which she has trouble with at first, but she eventually does it. Chop wood, which she also has trouble with at first, but eventually does it. And milk a cow, which she does amazingly well. So while all of this, she's wearing less and less clothing in each task. She goes from wearing like a full-on uniform to wearing like pretty much underwear while chopping wood to pretty much while wearing a bra while milking the cow. So I don't know if that's exactly tradition, but it seems that Rusev doesn't have a problem with that. So anyway, she informs, or she opts, she pushes Rusev to do the same tasks. Like, you got to milk the cow too, dude. And he's like, I don't really want to do it. I haven't done this in a long time. She's like, what? Like, you said that you've been doing this your whole life, like that I haven't been doing it, yet you haven't been doing this forever or whatever. So she gets real hot about that because he lied to her, blah, blah, blah. So they make up about it. So Lana technically wins the bet, but she does say, I want a village house instead. On the other hand, I just really want a house that's not in the fucking burning sun, because I'm burning out here under the sun of Bulgaria. So anyway, that was the side story with Rusev and Lana on this episode. So check it out. A good overall episode from Total Divas. Season 7, episode 10, I believe it was, Shall We Dance? So like I mentioned earlier, we have 2 more episodes left in Season 7 next week, and then the part 2 of the season finale the week after that, after the Royal Rumble. So we'll wrap up with that. I don't think after that I will be doing 2 episodes a week of WWE Network and Chill, because there won't be anything else to review for Total Bellas, Total Divas, whatever. I might, continue to review episodes here and there, like the old episodes on the network. But for right now, I'll probably stick with one WWE Network and Chill after the Rumble, after that season finale airs in a few weeks, with whatever airs on the WWE Network going forward after Raw, after pay-per-views, whatever. So anyway, guys, be sure to like this video, drop a comment, share the video, all that stuff. Amazingly appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow right here on WWE Network and Chill. Or rather, no, it was yesterday. If you haven't already, check out my full review. I'm getting my dates mixed up here. The top 25 greatest moments, in Raw history, counted down by Peter Rosenberg and Corey Graves on the WWE Network. Check out my full review of that 48-minute special right here on WWE Network and Chill from yesterday before tonight's Raw 25 show, which I will be in attendance for, and I'm super excited for. So, all that being said, folks, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy Royal Rumble coming up. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.